Tim Burton's Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children is one of the creepiest, most disturbing children's movies you could take your child to. Well, of course it's not really for small children as it is PG-13, but man, are there some creepy creatures and grotesque scenes in it. And I loved that. And the movie itself? I had a really great time with it. There were so many moments where I was smiling from left to right because it was not only a wonderful experience, but it felt like seeing a very old friend again. A friend you didn't even know existed anymore. Like so many people in my age, Tim Burton was one of the defining directors in my childhood, but recently, or rather for quite some time now, he put movies out that were kind of mediocre or just plain bad, at least to me. But going way back, he made some of my favorite movies of all time too. Edward Scissorhands, Batman Returns, Beetlejuice, Ed Wood and Sleepy Hollow. So many fantastic hours. And now I was going into this expecting nothing. And the movie got me right from the start and almost never let me go. It doesn't happen so often these days that you get opening credits. Opening credits not only with the title, but with the actors and the staff and visualized in an expressive way before changing to the actual scenery of the movie. You remember the opening of Beetlejuice? The long build up and then ending it with a little visual gag? He does something similar here. The credits create an immersive, magical fantasy atmosphere and then we're in Florida. Normal, amped up American life. What I really liked about the movie is the time it spends to introduce its main character, Jake, played by Asa Butterfield. The first 20 minutes deals with his relationship with his grandfather Abe, portrayed by Terence. He reads old stories to him from his past with Miss Peregrine and all the peculiar children she cared for. There's something terrible that happens to Abe early on in the movie and it's a very creepy, very tense scene. Almost out of a horror movie, and not only is it intense, but it's also beautiful to look at because the movie is shot on location for most part and they used many practical effects. But let's talk about that later on. Apart from this early supernatural element, it takes quite some time for Jake and his father, played by Chris O'Dowd, to get to the island and then a little bit longer for Jake to get sucked into Miss Peregrine's magical world. But for me, it didn't take that long because I was already sucked into the movie. It really succeeds in building tension and creating the world. And like I said, it's shot on location, which helps a lot to make it believable. Something that was completely missing from Alice in Wonderland, for example. When you have so many peculiar things going on, you must make sure it's somehow grounded. And this time it really felt that way. Even when we are meeting Miss Peregrine, who is played with the exact right amount of eccentricity by Eva Green, and all the children, it's rather slow, so you can really delve into this world. To give you, and Jake of course, one puzzle piece at a time, and it's only in the second half of the movie that gets heavy on the action. But at that point you know and like the characters and are emotionally invested as well. Apart from the beautiful cinematography, the great sets and atmospheric music by Michael Hyam and Matthew Magnuson, as this is only the third movie by Burton without an Elfman score, the effects were very special as well. There are some very stop-motion-like moments because one of the children can bring dead objects to life and it looks like the creepy toys out of the first Toy Story movie mixed with some Ray Harryhausen animation. In the end they even go full Ray Harryhausen as they make skeletons fight. You can feel the Tim Burton touch, and when you are a lover of film you can also spot some of the influences he got for his style, but by far my favorite moments were the more intimate scenes with Jake and Ella Purnell's character Emma Bloom. I didn't know Purnell before, but she really shines in this. The little love story doesn't feel forced, but more like hovering moments of first love. The moment where she shows him her secret hiding place was pure cinema beauty, and again I was glowing with joy. Towards the second half the movie gets a little bit more complicated as it involves time travel stuff, and like always, you better shouldn't try to wrap your head around it that much. Samuel L. Jackson plays the villain and he does a great job, even though I'm not sure if there aren't some kind of logic holes with the whole time loop elements they have in the movie. It's complicated. But it also gives the movie a very fresh note, even though you have seen many elements of it before. It's like X-Men combined with some Peter Pan aspects and a little bit of Harry Potter as well. Paired of course with Tim Burton's unique style, and what you get is a really nice movie. I just can't help it, I enjoyed it so much. It's magical but grounded, it's creepy but joyful, it's dark and it's fun too, it has CGI and handmade effects, it creates strange worlds and a shot on location. It establishes many characters, but each with a soul of their own. It's mysterious and clear, it's slow building and has some crazy action in the end as well. It's a movie for a younger audience as well, because sometimes it's good to be frightened. But it's also for everybody that loves Tim Burton, everybody that likes some crazy, grotesque fantasy stories. I'd like to see it again, but right now it's an 8 out of 10 for me.
There's a new world coming.
Alright, that's it. Like always, please tell me in the comments below what you think about Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, and also what's your favorite movie of Tim Burton. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like.